Hey everybody, it's Owen, and today I'm back with another gunpla review. This is the high-resolution Astray Red Frame. This was the kit that I was referencing in my Easter review. It's an amazing kit, I'm already gonna say that. Shiny. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's dive right in. So starting off with the box, you can see you got the nice front image of what the finished kit will look like. Obviously a bit more shiny, and this is more art style, but this is about what it's gonna look like. You can see it says high resolution model, Gundam Astray Red Frame, Lowe Guele's Use Mobile Suit, MBF-P02. I believe this kit is from Gundam Seed. I'm like 99.99% sure that it is. If it is not, correct me, but I'm pretty sure it is. And you can see in the top right, if you get this at Hobby Town, which I believe is a national franchise, so it's not just where I live, it'll cost you exactly $124.60 plus tax. On the back, we got a lot of product shots of what the finished kit will look like. On the upper right corner, there's a picture of the inner frame, like right there. It's kind of glared out, but I'll show a picture of it on screen. And in case you guys are wondering, this is a half action figure, half model kit. You take the inner frame, which is pre-assembled and made in China, and you just add armor to it. Anyway, onto the mobile suit itself. So here is the finished kit itself. We got an amazing representation of what the Astray Red Frame is, with that amazing white, red, and some darker gray in place of the normal white. Because this is a high-res model, it's just made to look like a nice reimagining of the kit, which looks similar in many ways, but it's got some more color separation, it's got better proportions, stuff like that. And speaking of proportions, this kit is a bit more of a thick boy than the actual mobile suit is, because you can see the legs are a bit more chunky. The mobile suit is more slim, and it looks like a samurai, which isn't like a ninja where it's like limber and stuff. No, the samurai is supposed to be beefy. You got that beautiful V-fin on top. I applied some of the decals on the shoulders and on the leg because, I mean, it looks nice enough. It's got some flowers, it says Gundam Astray Red, and then on the leg you got more flowers. Looking at this kit from the side, you can see more of that nice color separation with that gray and white. And you got some of this beautiful red and some black on the feet. And you got some more nice detail on the arms, on the side of the head, and you can see the beam sabers from here. In the back, we got the backpack with those nice red verniers. That's what they're called. You got these nice tall beam sabers that are adjustable. You just like push them. It's a little bit stiff. And then we got this premium butt flap with a little connection piece for the beam rifle. I'll talk about that a bit more in detail later. And you can see more detail on the back of the leg. We got some pipes running down the leg, more mechanical detail down here. Just overall looking really nice. So, aesthetic-wise, this thing is amazing. This kit comes with a lot of accessories to make it look great with stuff. Yeah. Here's the Gerbera Straight. You can see we got it in this nice white, gray, red, and gold scabbard that just detaches like so. Very nice detail. And on the sword itself, got this amazing chrome. I mean, just look at that. It looks so good. It looks like an actual cutting knife, decently sharp. Got some gold, red, and black on the handle. This thing just looks amazing. Obviously, probably the main event of the kit, because I mean, look at it. Just look at that. And if you hear a clicking noise, like that, you got it nice and attached. And what you can do from there is grab the model kit itself, remove the little hip section right here, and you got a little peg right there that attaches into that hole. So then you just, pretty simple, bend it around in any way that you like, and then now you got yourself a scabbard having Astray. Next up is the shield, which is casted in this nice black, red, and white, along with a little bit of light gray, like an off-white color on the front and on the back, mostly the back. It's got this nice moving section where you can move it around as you please. It's got this little peg that attaches into the arm. I'll show you that in a sec. And then you got this little section that can be pegged into either of these two holes right there. You got one peg on the side there and then one on the top. So you can have it like this. the more traditional way with the handle out, or if you wanted him to have it just normally, you can do that as well. You just gotta meh. And there you go. Then you got a not so traditional shield that just clips into the back of the arm. There's a little port on either side of the Gundam. You take this little peg right there, meh it into the arm there, and boom. Scabbard having shield holding Gundam in action. Next up is the beam rifle. It's got a mainly gray as well as some off-white color scheme. We got a little camera in there for sights. This little handle moves so it can be held in either arm. This could actually be stripped down into a shorter beam pistol. Detach the barrel from that bit. You get this shorter looking beam rifle, but I tend to prefer my big boy rifle. So, different style options for this. You do what you want to do, but I prefer it this way. The kit comes with 2 beam sabers that just pop off from the backpack. And then you get these amazing beam effects. You can see it's got this nice rigid detail, as if it's like bursting out and then becoming flat. And as previously mentioned, you get 2. You got this little slot right there, and that just plugs in right there. Decently solid fit. And speaking of solid, this kit is very nice. Mainly because it's an action figure. Obviously it's going to be a bit more solid than a standard model kit because it's pre-assembled. It's like glued together and all that good stuff. So you can just tell it's going to be more solid than the usual model kit. But what good would those accessories do without some hands? You come with a pair of fists, a pair of beam rifle holding hands with a trigger finger, flat karate chop hands, and 2 grabby hands for holding the swords. And something beautiful that I have to point out of the hands is the fact that the color separation on this makes it look like the actual Gundam, which is very nice. I'm glad that they were able to pull that off. And to pop those on, all you gotta do is take the hand, ball joint in there. You can see that's the joint that it has. And then you just pop in the hand of your choice. I'm gonna go with the karate chop hand, because why not? It looks amazing. You can take any of the various weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Gerbera Straight. In order to attach this into a hand, all you gotta do, take out this gold piece, take one of the grabby hands, slide it into there, pop that back on, and put that back in there. Pretty good fit. And then here you have a Gundam ready for battle. And let it be known that this kit has amazing articulation. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right now. Starting at the head, you can look up and down. It's on a standard ball joint. And it's got a little bit of a moving mechanism in the neck. Middle part in there moves when you move the head up and down. Got a, I believe, full 360. Okay, there's no stopping now. Yes, okay. The beam saber fell off, but other than that, it still does a full 360. You get a rotation all the way around with that falling off. Alrighty. Speaking of which, this front bit is on a flat, so it goes up and down. The arm moves out like so. And on the chest section, there's actually a bit of a moving mechanism. The arm moves forward and back a little bit, and then you can like recenter it. You got a pretty good bend at the elbow. And the wrist is a little bit weird, but in a good sense. So it's on a ball joint. It's got a spin. The wrist can move up and down. And if you rotate it, you can get some outward, but not inward because of the way the thing is designed. But that's okay. The chest, you got an arcing back and a delicious crunch. Got a side to side. And you got a side to side and 2 joints, so you can do that if you want to. And then you got a rotation. Backpack fell off. I'll put that back in a bit. It comes off quite frequently, honestly. You got a kick up to the front and not so much out to the back. And before I forget, this piece right here, you take the gun, clip it into there, boom. Now you got the beam rifle being stored on the back. You got a thigh rotation, very nice. A bend at the knee with a moving mechanism in the leg. Got that, and then we got that, so 2 joints. In the ankle, you got a very nice up, a bit of down, a pivot outward, outward. Oh my god. and inward. That's better than I remember. And then it has actually individual toes. One of them can move up. Both of them can move up. One of them can move down slightly. But yeah. Overall, voice cracks. Overall, the articulation on this kit is very, very, very nice. So that is all for today's video, guys. I don't know what to say. This thing is amazing, honestly. Just look at it. It's a robot samurai with a katana, beam swords, and a gun, and it just looks amazing overall. Posability is amazing. Comes with a lot of stuff that you can do, that you can use to pull off some pretty expressive and unique poses, like this one that I have here. And yeah, overall, really amazing kit. Definitely recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Gundam Seed, or if you're just a Gundam fan in general, and especially if you're a fan of the Astray. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!